Hi, and greetings from Germany. We're Patrick and Jamie Nachtigall, and we are the regional coordinators for Europe and the Middle East for the Church of God. Thank you so much for supporting us, and we are so grateful for your prayers and your financial support and your concern for the work that we do. We've been missionaries now for 20 years, and we're both missionary kids, and even our parents were missionary kids, and we love doing this work. And the thing that most inspires me of everything is working with young people, and young people are the future of our church. And in many of our churches in North America and in Europe and the Middle East, traditionally we've had a really hard time getting young people into ministry, and we're seeing a generation or two that have chosen not to become missionaries or pastors. And so we really wanted to turn the corner on that when we came to this region 11 years ago. And there's nothing I enjoy more than walking alongside the young leaders of this region in 16 different countries. We have an entire network made up of young leaders between the ages of 20 and 45, in which our whole team walks alongside these young people to make sure that they don't get discouraged or drop out of ministry. And it has been really successful, and they've all become one big family, one big tribe, even though they represent different countries. And there's nothing that energizes me more than being with the young generation.
My history in particular with Blue Mountain goes way, way back, all the way back to when I was a kid, when my grandparents, Ed and Marilyn Gosen, were attending Blue Mountain Community Church. And anytime we would visit them, of course, we would be in church. And so I have so many memories of sitting in the second or third row with my cousins usually. I'm afraid we often were passing notes and probably not listening as closely as we should to, at that time, Pastor Jeanette Flynn. But all of my memories from my time there in Walla Walla are really special to me. Blue Mountain was also a faithful supporter of my family when we were missionaries in Egypt. And so that history to me is very rich and is very meaningful. And really, I can't tell you how much we appreciate that connection that has sustained us over so many years.
We've seen so many incredible life changes and changes in this region. Everything from women who have escaped from a life of being caught in sexual slavery, in sex trafficking rings, and getting out, and not only finding a job and entering back into society, but even their children going to college. We've seen churches that were going to go under, that everyone thought would not make it, turn around and not only survive, but we've seen these churches and even countries emerge with young leaders that are in their 30s, and that has been really wonderful. One of my favorite stories is the story of the Birkenhead Church of God, which I think nobody would have predicted would even be open at this point. And much like a lot of churches in Europe and in North America, it was a small church of people almost entirely over the age of 70. But today the church is very much, has an average age that's half that. And we have young people that are teenagers and in their 20s getting baptized. And they are very involved in the church. And these are the kind of turnarounds we so wanted to see 11 years ago, even though the odds were completely stacked against us. And to be able to look back and see that, that vision was from God, and that God did have plans and young people whose hearts he had already prepared, and to see them now accepting Christ or going into ministry or helping to run our churches or becoming the national leaders of countries is just, it's been the highlight of our career.
Because of your faithfulness all through our years on the mission field, 20 years now, we really wouldn't be here if not for you. You have been with us every step of the way, and we deeply appreciate that. We deeply appreciate your commitment to our personal ministry when we were in Hong Kong, now here in Europe and the Middle East. And we appreciate your support of the national ministries in Egypt, the churches and the various projects that we have there. So we just want to say from the bottom of our hearts, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Thank you.